The Houston Texans definitely have some needs this offseason, and I keep getting asked the question, what are the biggest needs? Let's discuss it. Cue the intro. Everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host is always Harley Dugan. The Houston Texans this offseason obviously should have a lot of layover. You shouldn't have a lot of guys retaining with this team, especially in some specific positions that we'll get into quickly into this video. Now, in terms of who can fill the necessary positions that are of need, I will get that into separate videos as the days go along. But the Houston Texans, their biggest needs right now in terms of just positions, to me, the number one need is the center position. I have expressed this immensely on whether it's spaces, if you follow me on Twitter, at TheLead_HOU, or you have subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe below. Again, The Lead, make sure to check me out. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and hit all the notifications for everything. You're not going to want to miss any sort of Texans content that I'm going to be dropping. Center is a big need for this Houston Texans team because the offense in general, again, Shanahan, Kubiak offense, a center is extremely important to the overall success of this offensive line and this offense, and it should go into conjuncture with the quarterback position. And that is something I'm not going to say. I think we all know quarterback obviously is something we need. Besides quarterback, center has got to be one of the biggest needs going into free agency. Garrett Bradbury is a name thrown out there. Bradley Bozeman is another name thrown out there. Ethan Pacic is another name thrown out there. There's a few decent centers out there, Bradbury and Bozeman being the top guys, and a few sprinkled in decent guys. So overall, the Houston Texans got to find themselves a center. Second biggest need is still on the trenches, but this time the opposite side of the ball, the defensive line, in specifically interior defensive line play. Because as of right now, you still have Jerry Hughes, Jonathan Grenard. I can enjoy what Jonathan Grenard can do within D'Amico Ryans. Jerry Hughes isn't too bad just because of a veteran presence, but I think it's a position that still obviously needs youth in talent, but specifically the interior defensive line. We all know the 49ers defense is the strength of their defense is the defensive line. And the Houston Texans should know this. They had the worst run defense in football. You ran into Roy Lopez and Kurt Hinish, but these guys are just not going to be your everyday starters. I don't mind them being depth pieces, but your everyday starters, it just cannot happen. Whether you go spend big money on De'Aaron Payne, whether or not you go spend some big money on a Javon Hargrave, who knows? But the interior defensive line has to be upgraded this offseason, whether through free agency and or the draft. The Texans have definitely, again, the trenches are the biggest issue for the Texans last year. We all saw what Quisenberry did. We all saw whatever the hell the run defense was, and garnered to Jalen Petrie having one of the most tackles and safeties in like 137 or 147. Great, not good, because you don't want your safeties getting those amount of tackles. And then third on the list, so we got center, we got interior defensive line. Third on the list was a tie for me, but I'm going to lean wide receiver. I think you need a premium position with the Houston Texans. As of right now, yeah, you have John Mechie. He should be coming back. You should be pairing him with either Bryce Young or a C.J. Stroud. Those are the two top quarterbacks that possibly the Texans could be taking at number 2. The others I'm not going to get into, but John Mechie should be coming back. Nico Collins in another year, especially in this offense, maybe could be better. I'm hoping so. I see a lot of stuff I like out of Nico Collins. Big body type of receiver. As long as he's used correctly and used more in that way, I could see some stuff where I go, okay, Nico Collins can be a number 2 wide receiver, but you don't have that number 1 wide receiver, whether it's through free agency, possibly not going to happen. The wide receiver free agency class, not good. The draft, however, is decent. It's solid. You got 3 prospects right there waiting for you at number 12. Quinston Johnston, Jordan Addison, and then Jackson Smith and Jigba, who personally is my favorite. JSN, I felt like got overshadowed by a lot of the other wide receivers at Ohio State. I think wide receiver, a premium position, is something the Houston Texans should be taking a good eye and look, either free agency, the draft, or take a look around the league and kick the tires on a few trades. So that's it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell for the notice to turn on. Drop your comments, your reactions down below in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think, guys? What are the Houston Texans' biggest needs? Let me know in the comment section. You know I'll reply. I got center, interior defensive line, and I had a tie for wide receiver / linebacker. Didn't get into linebacker in this video, possibly will in another. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.